Good afternoon, everybody. So today I'm in my shed. I might look a bit titchy because I'm on a small stool. My shed is full of stuff. It's all that's needed though. So I've got stuff for the animals in here, stuff for sewing and things like that as well. So it's a busy working place. So today I thought we could have a look at the seeds that I have already sown, the onion seeds. And then we could plant some more seeds because I want to get some more seeds in. Obviously I won't show you all of it, but I'll show you some of it. My dog is here with me, so she's being naughty at the moment. She's trying to eat my seeds. So that's what's going to be going on today. I just want to wish you a happy new year. And just think about what we're doing in this coming year, this year, what we're intending to do, what you're intending to do. Is there anything that you want to get done? So there were some new ones for me this year, which I was really pleased about, which was swede. I'd never grown swede before and they were lovely, so that was good. So I should be doing that again. And sprouts. They were really good as well, so I was really pleased with them. Not a very good start, they got half eaten, but I left them to it, and thankfully a couple of the plants came on, so I was really pleased. We had our own sprouts for Christmas Day, which was wonderful, and they were so sweet and yummy. I'll definitely be doing those again. Now I know some of the other channels are going to be doing different challenges, so I will be participating in some of those. The one that I'm really dreading is a parsnip challenge. I think that's with Potting Mouth group, Tony C. Smith and Steve from Green Side Up. Parsnips are my nemesis, so maybe that needs to be something that I need to overcome this year. So that's something that I'll be giving a go. Do you ever get the feeling that you're not meant to be doing something? Do you know, since I've started this, I've had more people ring me, and the dog mess around, and the wind blow, and the chickens are making a racket. Good grief. Right, I'm going to give it another go and see how we get on. And if it just doesn't work, do you know what? I'm going to give up and do it another day. So this year as well, obviously it's difficult for people because of the cost of living and all of that business. And also with seeds, buying seeds, although you can get them cheap and this, that and the other, it's advised by lots of different people, Monty Don, Charles Dowding, and most of the people on YouTube, to use your own seeds, because your own seeds are used to your own environment, your own climate. So it's better to use those seeds. So for me, that's another thing that I'm going to try and do this year, is I'm going to try really hard to save my own seeds. The trouble is sometimes I get carried away and I forget to leave something in to seed, so that then I've got seeds for the following year. Sometimes they go to seed when I don't want them to go to seed, and I'm sure we've all had that. But when I'm calculating to do it, I often forget, pull everything up, and then I haven't got any seeds. So I've still got some carrots in, so I want to remember to leave some of those in to go to seed, so that then I've got some seed for later on this year. So we'll see if I remember. And with my onions as well, you know, I'm putting them in, but I bought these seeds. I want to be able to use those seeds next year, so I want some of them to go to seed. And like some people say, when they go to seed, they look lovely as well. So they give structure to your garden, to your beds and things like that. So that's something else that I want to do. The other thing that I want to do is I want to work on the permaculture, as in mixing and matching everything around. I've got a really good app, I'll put it up on a link, that tells you things that grow well together and crops that don't grow well together. So that's a good one when you're planning it this time of the year as well, to use, so that then you can, you know, organise your crops to grow well together. But I do want to have some things all over the place. I want so many onions that they're going to have to go all over the place, and just not put them with different crops that they don't like. We use so many onions that, you know, I just need to have so many all over the place. Another thing that I need to do is a couple of my beds, which I'm sure you've seen if you've seen some of my gardening videos. Some of them were amazing, and then I ordered some more from the same company, and they didn't do them in the same sort, so I had to buy a different sort, but I thought the quality would be just as good, and they are absolutely rubbish. They've just gone in on themselves. I can't even explain how rubbish they are. I contacted the company. They were of no help whatsoever. So I'm just going to take them apart and use the panels for other things. But I don't like wasting things, and I like to recycle. And we've got a couple of IBC containers. If you're not sure about those are, I think that they hold 1,000 gallons or something of water, and they're big cube things with metal around to give them structure. So what I was thinking of doing with those is cutting them in half and having 2 small raised beds from them, which will give me 4 raised beds, which will give me probably the equivalent of the rubbish beds that are falling to bits. And look, a complete mess. And I think one day I'm just going to go down there and they're just going to have completely collapsed. So I think if I can do that, then that'll be brilliant. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing this year. I'm sure that there'll be some other things as well that I want to do. And with flowers, I want to mix and match some flowers in. I always try and plant flowers anyway, connected to the pollinators and things. I've got 2 separate raised beds, smaller ones, next to my growing area, which have got which I always put flowers in there, and I've got one particular one where my strawberries are that I've got flowers in there as well. But I want to mix them in amongst other things as well, but I just don't want them to take over like nasturtiums. I don't want to put those in because they just tend, I don't mind if they trail over the side and take over, they can go wherever they like, but I just don't want them in my other bed. So I'll have to be a little bit picky and choosy about that, but we'll see. So yeah, so that's about it for this. That's what I'm looking forward to. If you could leave me some comments about what you're looking forward to doing this year, or things that didn't work so well last year. When I think about what didn't work well, it was parsnips. So it was parsnips for me. But yeah, if you could leave me some comments about what you're looking forward to growing this year, that would be brilliant. And it also might inspire me to you know, grow something new as well. I know that lots of people grow the, now I don't know if I'm saying, I'm not saying it, Mizuna and pak choi and things like that. I haven't grown them before. We don't eat them so much, but maybe we would if I grew them. Anyway, I'm digressing and I'm waffling on, so I'm just going to stop this now and I'm going to concentrate on my seedlings. So you can have a look at my onions now, and I'm going to have to replant those, so you can see me doing that. And then I'll be planting some seeds and we'll talk about what they are when I'm doing it. Okay? Right, so these need repotting because, as you can see, they've bent over, and that generally means that they need to be repotted. I've got one there that's actually dead. Lovely. Never mind. So these were planted in here as a bit of a trial on the 4th of November 22. This is sweet red onion, Carmen, and these have all come up, so that's good. So I'm gonna, that's this one and this one, and I've multi-sown them. Now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to leave some of them multi-sown, but I'm going to replant them anyway because they need some more nutrition in their compost. So and some of them that are singles, I'm just going to leave them as singles, and I'm going to see whether when they have grown and I've planted them into my soil, whether they are bigger and how much bigger than they are than the multi-sown ones. Just out of interest, let's have a little go at that anyway. So I'm going to be repotting these on now. So I'm going to, and the spent compost, I will be reusing either in my compost bin or putting it in for my mixing it in with some of my own compost for my potatoes. Right, so that's in there. Lovely. So that's one done, and that's a single one. So all the ones that are single, I'll just keep them single. And obviously I'm holding them by the... Oh, that one's come off, so maybe not. I'll pop that one in there like that. And obviously it's being gentle with the roots, because you want them to have a good root system and you don't want to disturb that, otherwise obviously the onion has only got a small root system. I can top these up in a minute if I want to. So I think I'll have all of these as singles down here. I've got 2 in here, so see if I can... I mean, sometimes you do get ones that you accidentally... That one's come off again, lovely, jubbly. That you do accidentally cause damage to, but you know, if you've got a few of them, then it's not the end of the world. And I know I'm not a perfect gardener. Sorry, I think I've wobbled you then. You know, my mum gardened and I sort of learnt off of her, but a lot of it with me is very much, you know, it lives or dies, and like, I'm like, you know, it's not the end of the world, because I think if I was too precious about it, I wouldn't do it. If I got too upset about it, if something didn't grow, or I accidentally, you know, did some damage or what have you, I'd worry so much about it that I just wouldn't grow anything. So I'm a bit like, I've got to be a little bit not bothered about it, because otherwise I'd get myself into a right pickle. Right, this one here I'm going to try and keep as a there we go, that's all right, that's good. It's even got a little leaf in there, look. Try and keep these as multi-sown, and then I've got a few of each. Just try and keep them all together. And I'm sure people will be watching me thinking, oh my God, what is she doing? And sometimes I feel like that, but you just have to get on and have a go, don't you? I just don't think that you'd do anything if you were so worried about things all the time. And I know, I wish I could talk to my younger self, because good grief, if I heard myself back in times gone by, I'd be thinking I'm talking about somebody else, because I used to just be so worried about doing stuff wrong or upsetting people or what have you, that I just don't think I did so many things because I was so worried about, you know, what might happen, that I just didn't do it. Well, what's the point? What's the point? It's just like, you know, you may as well give things in life a go, and if it doesn't work out the way that you were hoping, then it doesn't work out the way that you were hoping. But if it does, bonus, you know? And I'm just a bit... Is that one gone? There we are. And I watered them from the top so that then the compost will surround them. I'll put some more compost on top now, but I won't show you that. So everybody, it's the next day, because as I had inferred, everything seemed to be going wrong, and then my phone went dead for no apparent reason. So I obviously wasn't meant to finish that video yesterday, so this is the next day. It's actually Friday today, and I'm just going to show you the other things I'm going to sow, and a couple of those might come as a bit of a surprise, but I just thought I'd give them a go. So I'll talk to you about them as I do them, okay? So the first one that I'm going to be sowing, I'm just going to broadcast sow onto the top. I've got these from Premier Seeds. There are 200 seeds in there, and it is my favourite. And if you've been watching, you'll know that that is Red Barron. So I'm just going to just broadcast those over the top, and then I can just take them out when I need them. I don't mind if there's too many, to be fair. I can pick out the best ones. When there's 200 in the packet, you don't really have to worry. I'll pop a little bit of compost on the top there. So that's that one done. And we'll see how they get on. This one is, how do you pronounce this? It's Ciboule, possibly. Red Dragon. It's meant to have a strong flavour. This is Thompson and Morgan. I think I got this free in something, so there aren't many seeds in here, I don't think. 50 seeds, but if it's free, and I paid for the magazine, but the magazine was very good, so I don't mind them. So again, I'll broadcast some of these. There aren't quite as many in here, so I'll probably just shove them all in. And I like to get my money's worth. Not that I paid for them, but I'll always open it up and make sure I've got every single one out. Not that I'm a skinflint or anything, because I'm not. So I'll pop some more compost on those in a moment. Now, this one here. This is sunflower seeds. And it's Russian Giant. Now it says that they can be sown under glass or planted indoors from February, and because we're down in the southwest, I'm thinking maybe we might get away with January. If we don't, it's not the end of the world. It's just a few seeds. They're Thompson and Morgan, and I think I got these free as well. So I'm just going to pop these in. Right, so it says easy to grow and a giant in sunflowers, growing up to 3 meters tall if given plenty of room. This variety is most eye-catching, boasting huge yellow flowers up to 30 centimeters in diameter. Birds love the seeds and will feed from them in the autumn, which is obviously why I'm doing it. And not only that, I can also feed them to my animals, so I hope that they do all come on. I shall be planting lots of sunflowers this year, but I will not be planting them around any of my other plants, because they do take the nutrients from the soil and leave the other plants with nothing. So I will be planting them where I haven't got any other plants. And it says to put them in 1/2 inch deep. So about 1 centimetre, so I'm just going to poke my finger in approximately 1 centimetre deep and see how many seeds I've got, and just pop them in. I think I'm going to pop a couple in each, to be fair, if I've got enough. I'll do what I've got first, and then if I've got enough, then I'll, hopefully they're all going in the right way. I'm trying to get them all. And then in this one here, oh, and the compost, by the way, is my compost. I haven't sieved it because it wasn't dry, and I might pay for that later, but you know, it is what it is. So here we are with my own saved sweet peas. So I'm just going to pop these on here, and I'm going to be doing these each month to see how we get on. So there's lots of husks there, so I did try and separate them, but it doesn't always work. So I'll cover those as well with a bit of compost lightly on top, and hopefully they'll come on as well. I'll do that in a minute. Right, that's it from me today. As always, if you could like and subscribe, that would be brilliant. It helps the channel. And obviously, the more people that are viewing, then that, you know, sort of gives me a boost as well, and pushes me to do more content. If there is anything that you're interested in, whether it be you know, plants or the animals or anything, if you could let me know, then I can do something particular on that. The sowing of the seeds is going to be a real big focus for me this year, as well as parsnips. Obviously I should be trying really hard with those. Yeah, so please comment and let me know what you're going to give a go this year, and also maybe what you found challenging. Did you find parsnips challenging? If you didn't, send me some tips, please, because I need as many tips as I can get with parsnips. Anyway, that's it from me today, and I will be back again soon, so watch out for the new content. Bye for now.